Today is June 19th, known to African Americans as the holiday Juneteenth. June 19, 1865 was the date the last enslaved people held in Galveston, Texas, learned of their freedom. Juneteenth marks our starting block, the point from which a people fought their way out of the chains of bondage through the fires of oppression to the White House and beyond. After the Civil War, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments abolished the institution of slavery, made formerly enslaved people full American citizens, and in theory, gave them equal protection under the law and gave an equal vote for Black men. And in the post-war years known as Reconstruction, more than 20 African Americans were elected to Congress and countless Black leaders were elected in state and local government. However, this emergence of Black political power provoked a violent white backlash. White citizens' councils and the Ku Klux Klan terrorized Black communities with riots and lynchings, while Jim Crow laws, segregation, and the stripping of African Americans of their newly promised right to vote attempted to formally extinguish Black political power. As a result, 75 years would pass before another African American was elected in a former Confederate state, and 85 years until an African American was elected to the United States Senate. But despite the backlash, our brief period of enfranchisement advanced the race for equality and inspired the Civil Rights Movement to take the baton and eventually pass the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965. It is through each generation making their own contribution, inspiring, and passing the baton that we have continually fought for the full rights and freedoms we deserve as citizens of this country. It is how, despite being full citizens for less than half the time we were enslaved, we have made a way out of no way and fought for our rightful place in this democracy. Today, we know that our rights as citizens are under attack. Anti-Black racism, voter suppression, and state-sanctioned violence are just a few ways that white supremacy every day still threatens our existence. Join BlackPAC, the Black Progressive Action Coalition, and our partners across the country as we continue the tradition of Black political engagement and activism by ensuring that we are fully informed and empowered citizens, ready to take the baton and pass it to the next generation.